Alright boys, so the day this video comes out is when I actually turn 18. So leave a happy birthday in the comments down below if you even care. Anyways, even in just my 18 years of existence, I know that I've learned many life lessons that will help me now and in the future. And I know it will benefit other teenagers and other people my age. Life lessons are something that you learn, from a mistake or an experience, but you can carry with you in the future and can help you for the rest of your life. That is why in this video, I'm going to be sharing 7 life lessons that I've learned from being a teenager. And number 1 on the list is think with your head. You guys already know what I'm talking about, but as a teenager, your hormones are skyrocketing and it can be easy to make decisions relying on your emotions. And this is actually something that not just teenagers struggle with, but most people in general. And I can say from experience that most mistakes occur when you think with your emotions rather than with your brain. Whether it's doing something stupid, going against the law, or even like spending a lot of money on something and then realizing that you didn't actually need it, you just wanted it. And that is why whenever I have an important decision to make, I implemented this rule to actually help me avoid and reduce making a mistake. So let's say, for example, I wanted to buy a car for $10,000, right? And $10,000 is a lot for me as of right now. So knowing that it's an important decision, I go on my daily journal and then write down the scenario and then write down what would happen if I went through with it and what would happen if I didn't go through with it. And then after that, I give myself at least 24 hours depending on how important it is in my eyes. So with something like a $10,000 car, I would probably give myself at least 2-3 days and up to a week to actually think with logic. And by the end of those 3 days or 1 week, your emotions would have already left the situation, and now you can purely think with logic, and then you can actually rethink if it's something that you should do or you shouldn't. As you grow older and actually get into the real world, it's important to actually use your brain and not just rely on your emotions, because the older you grow, the more important decisions you're going to have to make, which can actually impact your life in the long run. The second life lesson is to change your self-identity. And this is something that I talked about on this channel before, but it's important to change the way you view yourself and the way you view things in the world, and to actually change your beliefs from, a limited belief to an open and unlimited belief. In our childhoods and even in school, we've been taught and programmed to have this, limited potential belief. We think there's a cap to how much we can achieve in our lives. But then when you look at the successful people in the course of history, they've achieved incredible things. And whenever you think about your own self, you never imagine yourself to accomplish what these people have accomplished. From the get-go, you should know that this belief is wrong. This perspective is damaging. It's important as you grow older to actually develop the self-identity that you can achieve anything you set yourself to, and that you're actually capable of doing those things. Number 3 is placing strict boundaries. I've said this before, but more people have regretted saying yes than regretted saying no. It's important to place strict boundaries in every aspect of your life, whether personal or professional. Base them on your own beliefs and values, and never let anyone cross your boundaries without actually having any consequences. So when your friend crosses a line and then says a joke that was disrespectful, you tell them straight up. If a company reached out to me and they wanted to sponsor me, but then their product or service was actually a scam and it wasn't actually that good, I would break my own boundaries if I actually accepted that sponsor, because not only am I letting other people break my boundaries, but I'm breaking my own boundaries, which is even worse. So that's important to understand, is you can't break your own boundaries and you can't let other people break your own boundaries. That is what makes you strong and unique, actually sticking up to what you believe is right and what you value in this life. So we're halfway through the list, and number 4 is embrace masculinity. In Western society, there has been a massive rise in anti-masculinity propaganda, and basically the media telling you that you should be more feminine. This is so damaging because they're trying to steal what makes us unique as men. You have testosterone flowing in your blood for a reason, because you're a man. So if you're gonna start acting like women, then ultimately you're just a woman masked as a man. You should be proud to be a man and actually exemplify the traits of a man, even if the media and everyone else is shaming men and calling us toxic and that toxic masculinity label. You will be seen as unique and strong if you actually uphold those values as a man compared to everyone else. Number 5 on the list is money buys happiness. Again, we see the media basically portraying money as a bad thing and saying that, rich people are actually sad and lonely and you should not strive to make more money. And sure, money doesn't directly give you pure happiness. Like, yeah, it'll get you happy when you get your first nice car, your first nice house. But, that all goes away because you'll get used to it. But what money does, it gives you more time and more freedom to do what you actually want. If you have financial, time, and location freedom, you can basically do whatever you want whenever you want. One thing I have to mention though is even if you have more money, you'll still have responsibilities. Whether you make money from, a 9-to-5 that pays you really well or from having your own business, you're still going to have tasks and responsibilities you're going to have to do every day or every week. But bro, I'd rather be worrying about, how I'm going to pay my employees or how I'm going to improve my Facebook ads rather than, worry about how I'm going to get food on the table. Number 6 is actually more important than you think, but it's a man in a suit is unstoppable. Not even going to lie to you, a few months back, I actually bought my first suit and I'm not even joking, the first time I wore it, it's a feeling that I can't say I felt before in my whole life. The way I viewed myself in that suit compared to my regular clothes, just in a matter of minutes, changed the way I viewed myself. I was like, damn, I look rich, I look attractive. I was like, let me go get some work done, I look successful. This isn't just for buying a suit. I'm not telling you to buy a suit. When you actually improve your style, buying high quality basic clothing and, getting it tailored if you can, when you frame your body and actually look in the mirror and you're like, damn, I look good today, right? You're gonna view yourself as higher than when you just wear old bummy clothes. I don't know about you guys, but when I first started actually trying to improve my style, when I actually had a good outfit on, I would leave the house knowing that I looked good. So I would just portray my confidence wherever I went, and I just felt good about myself. And that's something that every man needs. If you don't feel good about yourself, you're what's the point? You're stuck with yourself for the rest of your life. So if you're not gonna try to feel good about yourself, you're just setting yourself up for failure. And the last major life lesson that I've learned is to have your own voice. I'm seeing a lot of people just follow trends whenever they come. One day you have this trend, one day you'll have another trend. I don't know, I'll see all these feminists just following one person, or all these guys just following Andrew Tate. And yes, it's good to have a role model, but when it comes to the point that their whole fan base just acts the same, or when you see these guys all going for Gucci, LV, it gets so boring and it diminishes you from your uniqueness. You look like every other guy and you act like every other guy. I'm not telling you to not have a role model. Having a role model as a guy is the most important thing you can do in your life. But you can't be a copy of your role model. If you like Andrew Tate, if you like Iman Ghatzi, if you like Hamza, take some aspects from them that you like. But, don't have the same values and beliefs as them, because no person is going to have identical beliefs and values as someone else. So, if you like their work ethic and their discipline, implement that into your own life. But don't actually just go start drinking sparkling water because Andrew Tate does as well. You have a unique name. If you go on your passport, no one has the same identity as you. So start acting like you're a different person. So I hope my life lessons and experiences actually helped at least one person watching this video. If you wanted to learn how to gain respect from others around you, click and watch this video right now. Take care, bro.